Whoever you are, one day you will die. Sometimes you can invest in a business because what you're making is just barely enough to take care of your bill. So the best option is getting a good life insurance policy. Hello, this is Emmanuel Deriva. This is my English channel. This week we will talk about some reasons that you need life insurance in case of death. Alright, let's go. 3 inevitable unfortunate things that will happen in your life. No matter who you are, no matter what is your color, no matter your background, no matter what is your gender, 3 things will always happen in your lifetime. Number 1, that's death. Death do not recognize anybody. So whoever you are, one day you will die. Now, when you die, you need 2 things. Make sure that you know where you're going after you pass away, after you die, for your eternity. Because after death, you still have something going on. Nothing is over yet. And number 2, make sure that you have enough to take care of everything. You need life insurance for that. Life insurance, number 1, to take care of your funeral expenses. Number 2, to make sure that your loved ones, they are okay. The second thing that will happen in your lifetime, that's sickness. One day, you will get sick. So there's different length of for sickness. You can be sick for 1 month, you can be sick for multiple months, or you can be sick for years, maybe until you die. Now, you got to make sure that you have enough money for that. 2 things that you need in this case. Number 1, you need a health insurance. Health insurance is to cover the emergency room, the doctor's bill, hospital bills, the lab tests, and so on. After that, you also need people. People to take care of you at home. People who can help you get in and out of bed. People who can get you something to drink, something to eat, helping you taking a shower. For this, to have people, to pay these people, you need life insurance with living benefits or long-term care. That's when you need life insurance. The third things that will happen in your life, that's aging. Everybody, one day, you're born as a baby. Then, you grow up and one day you will be old. When you get old, you will be at retirement age. In order to retire with dignity, with pride, so you need to have retirement plan. Most of people rely only on social security money. That's not enough. Not at all. Not at all. You need to have a retirement plan. Have something. There's many retirement plans. Among all the retirement plans, we have life insurance. Life insurance is one of them. That's something you can use to get retired with, so you can be happily retired. How much does funeral expenses cost? One thing is certain. No matter how you love somebody, and no matter how your family love you, they can't stay with you when you die. You gotta go by yourself. There's a cost for that, and that's very expensive. Let me give you an idea. I'm gonna give you some numbers, and these numbers they back from 2015. I was unable to find more accurate number, more current number, but the number that I'm gonna give you, these are numbers back on 2015, before we got an average of 3% inflation rate. Okay, and today is 2024. That's when you got an idea. That's mean these number they are like a whole number, and of course the current number they are higher. Let me put my glasses on so I can read for you these numbers. Okay, for the burial clothes, that goes from $95 all the way to $400. For the shroud, the burial shroud, that can go all the way to $195 to $1,000. That's back in 2015, folks. Burial vote costs from $795 to $14,000. The casket, like casket if it's cardboard or fiberboard, that can go from $50 to $500. And for wood and metal, that can go from $345 to $12,000. And you also have the embalming fee. That's go from $225 to $1,212. That's back in 2015. The funeral ceremony fees, that's go from $200 all the way to $1,425. We go for the grave marker. The grave markers or monuments, that can go from $500 to $7,000. The grave opening and closing from $300 to $1,000. The plot, that's $400 to $10,000. That's definitely not true, because in my area, a plot costs about $16,000. That's what it costs in my area. I live Palm Beach County, by the way, in Florida. So the graveside service, that's from $200 to $1,700, and so on. The hearse or funeral coach from $150 to all the way to $530. You got musician, you got limousine, lead vehicle, you got the obituary, transportation of the body to the funeral home. So all of these things, these are expensive. These are fees in case when you pass away, that's your family has to go over. Now, here's the thing. In average, somebody get buried in the United States, based on where you live, what county you live, from $5,000 to all the way to $25,000. That's the average based on area. Some area they are $5,000. Some other area they are $10,000, $15,000 average, all the way to $25,000. You may be living in an expensive area. Your average maybe $25K. Maybe you live in a cheap area, a cheap county, and your county may be only $6K. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Now, my question to you, do you have that money? Statistics shows that most Americans do not have $1,000 in saving account. Can you hear that? Can you imagine that? No. Most American people, you do not have $1,000 in your bank account, in your saving account. That's when when you die, you're not going to find all this money. Whether it's like $5,000 or $25,000 or $15,000 or $20,000, it's going to be hard for your people, for your family to find that money. So, best way to die and to be proud, to go with dignity, and you feel like happy when you die and then you go to heaven happily, is to have a life insurance. Life insurance is the key. Make sure you got one. Lifetime free housing for your children when you die. 3 basic necessities in life are food, shelter, and clothes. Shelter or housing costs about 35% of your monthly income. Now, 35%, that's a lot from our income. That's very serious thing we're talking now. Your children, they need a house to live. And you are the one working. You are the one to provide for that. Let's say you die, you pass away. Where are they gonna live? Nowhere. Mostly if they are child, like they are children, they don't have money, they're not working, and stuff like that. So that's gonna be hard for them. There's a way you can give them free housing. Your house can be paid off right after you pass away. That through something we call life insurance mortgage protection. Life insurance mortgage protection, you take that life insurance mortgage protection for the balance of your mortgage. You take the balance of your mortgage, put it in a term insurance for the term of your mortgage, the duration of your mortgage, and then when you die, the balance of that mortgage, the insurance will send a check to the lender for the balance of the mortgage, and the mortgage is wiped out. Your children, only what they have to do now is pay for the taxes and the insurance. They live free. Let's say you don't have insurance, you don't have house yet, you don't have a mortgage yet. You still can do it for rent. You take the balance and you evaluate how much you will need for rent for a period of time. That balance, you put it exactly the same way, and when they have that check, they just give it to a lender and they buy house cash with that money. That's mortgage protection. Exactly from what? from life insurance. Life insurance is the key for a lot of things. Before we go further, let's take a pause to subscribe, like, and share. If you like me, give me the love. Let's go. How can your family have your paycheck every single month for the 20 years after you pass away? Every day you wake up, you go work. You bring that paycheck to the house, and you and your spouse, you got 2 paychecks to take care of all the bills so your children can live happily. What happened when one of the spouse dies? What's happened? The living spouse, gonna stay with just 1 paycheck. And that paycheck is not enough to take care of everything. So the living spouse has 2 options. Option number 1, replace you right away. That means take all your pictures, your belongings, put them somewhere, and then make sure that nobody talk about you, so you can get replaced right away, just to have a support. Second option is leave the children by themselves, go get a second job. Neither options is good. First option, replace you. Children may end it to get abused. Number 2, second option, that go get a second job. The children gonna be raised by themselves, and you know what's happened when children get raised by themselves. So the best way is to replace your income. Make sure that the family can keep having your income every month. This way, your spouse or the living spouse can have the same income coming to the house, and then have the same job and have the same time to take care of the children. That's the best way. How do you do that? Only one option. Income replacement life insurance. Life insurance income replacement is the option. You call me or you call an agent, you get an income replacement life insurance. When you die, then the life insurance starts sending your paycheck regularly every single month to your family. That's the best option. Now, for how long you can set it up? That can go, if you call me, if that's me, I can set it up for all the way to 25 years for you. And that's every single month. Life insurance, income replacement, best option to keep for the family to have a steady income, and the children can live very, very happy. And let me tell you something. If God allows you to see the children down there, you will see them playing on the playground, and then they will lift their eyes and say, "Thank you, mommy. Thank you, daddy." How can you apply this Bible verse in your life? Only one option, life insurance. Why? It's already so hard for you to leave money for your children. How can you leave money for your great children? No way. Sometimes you can invest in a business because what you're making is just barely enough to take care of your bill. So the best option is getting a good life insurance policy. Now, second thing, you got to teach your children not to waste that money when they have it. You need to tell them to invest that money in a strong business that can change your families for generation. Now, they can start a good, strong business, and tell them also to take a life insurance policy on themselves and leave more money for their children and their great children. This way, every generation gonna have like some type of teaching about the money left after the parents pass away, and all this money gonna keep investing in business and business and business. After a few generations, your family line will be multi-millionaire or billionaire. That's a way to change the life, the destiny of a family. Life insurance. And also, while you're taking that policy, you can also put multiple beneficiaries. You can put your children, your great children, and your great great children. It doesn't matter how many beneficiaries you put. Why? Life insurance is the answer for Proverbs 13 verse 22. No financial aid, no scholarship, no problem. In the United States, elementary school, middle school, and high school, they are free. But they are just the basic of your education. In order to become something in this country, you need to have strong education. And you gotta go to college, university. Now, college and university, they're very expensive. They're not free. Oh yes, very expensive. And that expenses, the fees goes up based on inflation. Every year that's become more and more expensive. And it's even more expensive if you are an out-of-state resident student. You need to pay for a lot. You got to pay for your books, your tuition, your housing, and so on and so on and so on. That's a lot of money. The system, based on where you live, what county, what state you live, you're gonna have some type of help. You may have financial aid or scholarship. Now, some people are unfortunate to have nothing. They don't have financial aid, they don't have scholarship, they don't have any type of help at all. Maybe that's because they make too much money. Some people already abuse the system and they've been taking money for taking help, too much help. Now they no longer qualify for help. Some people miss some deadline for some scholarship or maybe time to apply for financial aid. So there's multiple reasons. We don't have to go over each reason, but because there are so many. Now, whatever reason that you have, you may not have you may not have any help. One other help you can have is a life insurance policy. You can make sure that you take a life insurance policy for your children, okay, for yourself, for your children, years before your children reach college. Why I'm saying years before? Because that policy need to build money inside. You cannot take it exactly a few months before your children get to college or just a couple years before. That's not enough. You won't have enough money built up inside of the policy. Now, you need to take that policy some good time before. And then from that policy, when your child or your children get to college, you can have access to money, to fund that you can take and help them out with some expenses. That's not gonna cover everything, but that can help you cover a lot of things. Two ways to take that money. You can either take it on form where you take your premium back, this way no tax, or you can take a loan, again, no tax. So, life insurance is one of the way to go for college. Hey, your tax refund can make you rich. Yeah. Every year, you make money, you get refund from your tax return. What you do with this money, most of the time, nothing. After a couple months, you don't have nothing left. You just spend everything, waste it. Now, what if you can use that money and get rich after a certain period? You thinking possible? Nope. You can use it to buy a index universal life insurance. An index universal life insurance. That's an overfund index universal life insurance with a CVAT or cash value accumulation test. Now, let's say you get an index universal life insurance. We overfund it with a CVAT test. Now, over time, that policy will get enough money inside, and then so you can get access to like humongous amount of money, humongous. Over time, not quickly. It's not a quick rich scam, get rich quick scam. No, that's not what it is. That's legal tools, well recommended by federal law and state law. All agents, they are licensed, and these policies, they are made by well-known companies. So, the one I'm talking about, that's made by an insurance company, a carrier, old more than 100 years. So that means you can have trust. That's life insurance policy. Over time, you can have access to good amount of money. So the best way to get money and to get rich with your tax money, put it in index and universal life insurance, where that money will be invested in global index, you can invest that money in the global index or in the S&P 500 with no risk, because we cannot go negative. Our flow is 0.75%. You hear that? 0.75% flow. That means we cannot, that policy cannot go negative. Follow me and DM me. I promise I will answer your questions. Do it.